A sitting member of the House UAP caucus named him on live television. The Intelligence Community Inspector General had assessed his whistleblower complaint as credible and urgent. He was scheduled to testify to Congress. He died within 2 weeks of being scheduled. His name is Matthew James Sullivan. His name is now on the attrition roster. This is the standard, a Sentinel Network investigation. A pattern holds only as long as its criteria hold. The attrition roster is now 13 names. A foreign parliament put 6 of them on a slide. They opened a national security proceeding with those names. A congressman named another on Fox News. He referred the case to the FBI. The threshold is what holds the pattern together. A name enters the roster after clearing at least one of 6 primary source categories. 1. Patent filings on defense technology. 2. DTIC technical reports. 3. Active defense contracts. 4. Classified program affiliation. 5. Institutional affiliation at a qualifying node. 6. Connective tissue to another roster member. 1 category clears the bar. Most names clear 3 or more. The attrition pattern begins May 12, 2024. That is the day Matthew Sullivan died. He was 39 years old. He was an Air Force intelligence officer. Sullivan is the chronological anchor of this investigation. Anything older than that date enters only on extraordinary primary source evidence. The anchor keeps the roster from collapsing into a general lament. Run Matthew Sullivan against the threshold. No patents. Intelligence officers do not file them. No DTIC reports. Their products live in compartmented channels by design. 2 of the 6 categories are silent. Not because Sullivan was absent, because the job leaves no trace there. This is the first thing the methodology demands honesty about. The other 4 categories light up. Active at a federal defense contractor at time of death. His whistleblower complaint cleared a statutory finding from the Inspector General. That finding is not casual. It is a statutory determination of access. 5 qualifying institutional nodes in 1 career. His biography mirrors David Grush position for position. 5 of 6. Run Michael David Hicks against the same threshold. He died July 30th, 2023 in Sunland, California. He was 59 years old. He was a research scientist at NASA JPL until his retirement in 2022. His published corpus runs to more than 80 papers on civilian planetary science. The work is open. The data is publicly archived. No patents on defense technology. No DTIC technical reports. No active defense contracts. No classified program affiliation. No defense application in his published work. No connective tissue to any roster member. 0 of 6 categories cleared. The same methodology that puts Sullivan on the roster keeps Hicks off. The threshold requires the institutional relationship be active at time of death. Hicks left JPL in 2022. He died nearly a year later. Not active, not advising, not consulting. No publications, no conferences, no follow-on affiliations. Sullivan transitioned into a federal defense contractor in his final months. Hicks transitioned out of the ecosystem entirely. The primary source on Hicks is his obituary. It contains the line that closes the case. Memorial donations were directed to Al-Anon. Al-Anon serves families of those with alcohol use disorder. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruled the death natural. Cardiovascular disease, with morbid obesity contributing. The pattern has a shape. This is not that shape. Hicks died 9 months before Sullivan. The pattern begins with Sullivan. Reaching backward past the anchor requires primary source evidence of a connective chain. None exists. Hicks is connected to the roster by the profession of astronomer and the geography of Southern California. If profession and geography were enough, the roster would have hundreds of names. It contains 13. The methodology is not only defensive, it surfaces what enthusiasm cannot. 6 roster names cluster at Wright-Patterson. Dallas Hardwick co-invented Monduloy at AFRL. Major General Mukas Lund commanded AFRL. Jacob Pritch-Erd, Jamie Pritch-Erd, Jaime Gusti Tus. Matthew Sullivan served at the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. Wright-Patterson is the institutional center of gravity for military aerospace intelligence. A pattern that accumulates credibility attracts noise. Some is well-meaning, some is not. The cheapest way to discredit a pattern is to inflate it. Add a name that does not fit, add a second. The threshold dissolves under the weight of names that never had to clear it. This has been attempted on this investigation. The defense is the methodology. Here is the Sentinel Network's assessment. The pattern is real because the threshold is hard. Every roster name carries at least one primary source connection. Active at time of death. Anchored at May 12, 2024. Most carry 3 or more. Hicks does not clear on any dimension. Sullivan is on. Hicks is off. The roster is 13. The full briefing is on Substack. Link in the description. Keep looking up.